fucking idiots! Letting people tell you what you're gonna do! Letting people push you around! How long do you think it's gonna last? How long are you gonna let it go on? How long are you gonna let them push you around? How long? Maybe you like it. Maybe you like being pushed around. Maybe you love it. Maybe you love getting your face stuck in the shit. Come on. You love it, don't you? You love it. You're all a bunch of slaves. Letting everybody push you around.
Moves are being made by the queen. Bishops gather fate. No man be free. Black pawns being called to kill the white. White pawns kneel and fall to be knights. Oh, what a game we play. The knights cross awarded today to a Beaumont. Where are you going? The king just dribbles words of the reds. Black pawns be little, then call for heads. The bishop just stays and keeps an eye. No moves left to make. What a game we play. The knights cross awarded today to a Beaumont. Where are you done? It's a stalemate we've been played for many decades. Another knight's cross awarded today. Taking the bait.
What are you gonna do about it? 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 What are you gonna do?
Freaking hell are you going to do about it? Being played. Shout outs to the you can call it a little bit of a pompous move on my behalf, but I don't give a shit. It's that was my band Moldavite. Please go check it out. And we are going to I'm going to invite yes. Invert, copy, and paste this. So we can get onto this. And yes, y'all are a bunch of whatever, all those things. Not my audience, but we live in the midst of a lot of people who are not they still can't get it through their freaking thick heads. Not think freaking, but fucking. Okay, their fucking skulls. These goddamn fucking dupes, and they don't understand that they're being played here. That's what the whole Matrix was about. The Matrix, I believe, was a documentary, and we are going to kind of, not kind of, but understand, not understand, but we're going to get into how I covered that the EBS and all these great economic reforms are exactly why 47 is getting targeted, and so much fucking so that James Comey, I don't care. It's Comey, all right? Because he is a cum stain. He is a cum rag. POS. And it wouldn't shock me if there are plenty of reasons to not I shouldn't say plenty of reasons, but I mean there aren't reasons to wait a minute, why isn't it showing here? It says there we go. All right. This is very, very, very huge for us, everybody. Very huge. And let's get it. And James Comey should go to prison, says Tulsi Gabbard. And I kind of like Tulsi. Tulsi's an OG. She's a classic liberal, and this is exactly what a lot of people in 47's cabinet are. They are classic liberals, even though liberals have a kind of a bad rap, bad name. And if Jenny wants to swing on by, she absolutely may. And let's get to this. Yes, indeedy do. So, 1, 2, 3.
These are his words. Cool shell formation. James Comey wants us to believe, and we have this photo here, that he saw a cool, these are his words, cool shell formation on my beach walk. And the cool shell formation, according to the person who used to be in charge of the FBI, shows shells in the shape of 8647. 86 is common restaurant lingo, of course, for denying service to somebody. But after about...
well, that's one thing to look at it, but I do remember Gordon Ramsay. I remember hearing that Gordon Ramsay saying 86 this dish, meaning get rid of it, throw it in the garbage, dispose of it. That's what that's what it pretty much means. So Comey is trying to basically incite the disposal of somebody, if you know what I mean.
30 seconds of Googling, you can see that a good chunk of people all around the world also associate 86 with meaning to kill somebody. An old mob saying, basically, you take somebody 8 miles outside of town and then you put them 6 feet in the ground.
The former FBI director, James Comey, who is a complete criminal, right? Despite
the FBI is ridden with criminals. People are saying, why can't we have transparency and why can't we have this in capitalism? This, it's like, do you not understand how many freaking, if you want to talk about 47, Trump being a fucking liar and a piece of shit, why don't we talk about how almost until the Trump administration, like 90% of the U.S. government was compromised by foreign affairs. People are saying that he still is. It's like, dude, how can he be compromised? I'm not saying that he might have he might be influenced by some foreign affairs. That's not what I'm saying. Everyone is influenced by somebody else. Okay, that's not a valid argument. But he can't be bought and paid for because he is a mogul. He has all the money in the world, and he has the richest man in the world in his cabinet. Why the fuck does he need to take the presidential paycheck? That's chump change. Why would he? It's like, why would he need to take bribes from the government and from foreign affairs? He never needed to do that, and he probably never will.
I could sit here all day and tell you all the things all the crimes he's unwittingly admitted to on camera.
By the way, I don't agree with the Jimmy Dore on everything, especially how he thinks 47 is an Israeli buyout, or he's selling the U.S. to Israel. That, I think, is complete crazy. That's ape shit. That's batshit craziness. All right. So, Jimmy, get your shit together, boy.
But here, we'll just skip that. I'll save it for the end, by the way. But he tweeted this out.
The biggest mistake that keeps you from winning the lottery isn't bad luck. It's insisting on playing random numbers without understanding the hidden pattern.
Did you even split
86-47? So that means kill the president. So Trump is number 47. And by the way, this isn't the first.
And why would they ever want to do that? Why? Why the fuck do you think that they would ever want to do that? Can't be the fact that he's not, he can't be bought and paid for. He can't be influenced. He's a madman. No, he's not a madman. He's just independent. He makes money. He makes money through his own merits. And that's what they're pissed about. He can't be manipulated. He can't be bought and paid for. He does whatever the fuck he wants to do. And he wants to make this country a lot better. And he knows that these freaking elites, I should have said the high and mighties, but whatever. I said the E word. The high and mighties, the leatherheads, these fucking crazy people are the enemy of the people, saying that they're your friend. 47 is not saying that he's your friend. He's not trying to be your friend. He's trying to be the best man for the job. Because at the end of the day, we have to understand that even politics to a certain degree is a business. This is federalism. This really is. This is federalism. We haven't had a federalist since wow, John Adams, the first one. So not John Quincy Adams, but John Adams, the second president overall, for almost like 250 fucking years. Almost 250 fucking years, we have not had a federalist president. Ain't that some shit?
Time they've done this, right? The other people have done it when he was 45.
Well, that's not entirely true because he was the 45th president. So I'm talking about prior to 47. But prior to 47/45, prior to the sitting president, prior to the sitting president, he has not. There hasn't been a federalist president since for like 250 years.
They would have a little secret. I'll show you that in a second too. But that's a death threat, even if it's one from the 30s, from 1930s. That's a death. 86.
That's mafia speak, by the way.
23 Skidoo.
That's right. So he tweets that out, and he pretends the caption was, "Hey, isn't this an interesting seashell configuration?" He's pretending that just was a sea. So he did that, took a picture, and tweeted it out. Kill the president. Tulsi Gabbard.
Get rid of him. I mean, 86 just means throw something out, doesn't it?
Well, the bouncers used to use that when I used to hang
86.
out when I used to hang out in bars when I was a young man.
Yeah, get rid of him.
They would say 86 this guy, which means throw
Right.
this guy out of here.
Get rid
But
of
it
him.
also means to kill.
That too.
Oh,
Just means get rid of them.
It
Yeah,
does.
well.
And so here's what Tulsi Gabbard, the head of DNI, director of national intelligence, here's what she says. Get a load of this.
Come after him because he wants to be a political martyr. He wants to be set up so he can say, "Oh, look, we were right. Donald Trump is a dictator. They're coming after me. They're arresting me. They're interrogating me."
Let me tell you this. We live in such a fucked up snowflake time that what's crazy is that this is even going through, like, even in the dating experience. They want to bitch about, oh, he's a narcissist, he's this, he's that, and the other. They're talking about, and I'm referring 47. Yet these people will throw out death threats, and as soon as you freaking call them out on their fuckery, they lose their fucking minds. As soon as you hold them accountable, as soon as you give them their own playbook, throwing a fucking tizzy. No integrity, but they expect you to have integrity. Shut the fuck up. People are losers. Give me a 10 seconds here. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. So that probably was less than 10 seconds. That was more like 5. I don't know. I'm not keeping track. Anyways, so is anyone not fucking aware that who the enemy of the people is these days? This guy was democratically elected. 47. That's what I'm talking about. 47 was democratically elected. Correct? And now they're saying get rid of him. You want to know why? He's cleaning house. He's cleaning house. That's what Doge is doing. Hello, Celeste. Why don't you jump in? The link is in the description. And let's see what else we can get on here, because I want your insight. And they're also there's also something that you referenced here. Yes. Hello there. People will catch on.
Yeah.
Yes. So how have you been?
Oh, well, it's week 2 of recovery from my broken fibula. So I'm just the first week is the hardest. That was the most painful. It is starting to feel better. I am starting to get around a little bit better than I was. But easy does it, and it's not going to be an overnight process. I got to wait a few more weeks until I return to work, but it's all good. How are you?
I would always say this: better to break your fibula than broken fibula than a broken brain. Because a lot of people here who are defending this shit, their brains are completely broken and they continue to break, and I am fucking loving this shit.
Yeah.
This is Doge at work.
Broken bones are, well, my bone, my fracture is not I never had a fracture like this before. So of course, it's always that initial shock and disbelief when you experience something like that after not, after being pretty lucky your whole life. But it definitely, but it's definitely not the worst, because I've seen pictures and photos of people who had it so much worse than that. Like I've seen bones that are just, or skeletons that are like shattered, in certain areas, whether it's their pelvis, their, even their tibia and femur. And it's just like, I have to consider myself blessed that it's only like a little fracture in comparison, because what I have is easy and I don't need surgery, thank God, because a lot of people who break their bones, need to have it surgically repaired, and they have to have rods put in and screws and stuff, and I don't need to do all that. So I'm really grateful.
Yeah, that's grateful. I mean, I made a joke with my dad the other day, because we were talking about how he would break bones just playing around as a kid, and
Wow.
Well, he had a shattered leg because of some crazy biatch running him over while he was on his bike ride, and she justified it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Horrible, poor guy. He must. That
Yeah.
must.
Oh, it was. I remember him suffering. It was a bitch, and I remember making, and I remember saying, I don't think I ever broke a bone in my life, and I said, well, that's not true. I actually did break my skull.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
yucca, and it's like so
Absolutely.
I can't say that I never broken a bone.
Right.
Yucca, I didn't I cracked my skull open like twice, so it's like, yeah, that's considered a bone fracture. I've fractured a
Mhm.
bone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's not very common that a lot of people do that, but I guess I mean, epilepsy, man. Epilepsy is not fun for anyone.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. But you gave me you gave me this pen name.
Phoenix. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
maybe I should have also named you 9 Lives. Like a cat.
Yeah. Phoenix though is fitting.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is you.
Yeah. Anyways, let's continue on with this. And why don't you link me that there was an interesting interesting Instagram video that you sent me earlier. That was why don't you text that to me in the chat? It was the deep fake quotes on Instagram when the king moves. When the king moves the board. When the king moves.
Did I do that today?
Yes, you did. Oh no, that was last night. That was last night.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to go through it. Yeah, okay.
But yeah,
I love
that.
deep fake quotes. That I wonder, do you think it's a white hat or CIA behind it? Oh, we could read about it. Who's behind? I know they hide behind a mask, like anonymous.
Yes, but
maybe you can ask the cards, like, who's behind it, because I'm interested if it's like a white hat op.
A lot of people are coming out as anonymous because this stuff is very touchy and they don't want to be targeted.
Yeah.
But it's
no,
like,
but it's the way they report it, though. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, okay, let me go for it. So
yeah. Just scroll through the text messages that you sent me. It was deep fake quotes on Instagram. When the king moves, the board trembles. And as she's on this on that, and she'll post that in the chat. Please post that in the chat. In the chat, please. You can post that in the chat. Celeste, can you please post that in the chat?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, that's the one that I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to, because and I'll play this. I'll play this.
Did it go through?
Yes, it did.
Do I just push done?
No. It's
let it.
No. So it's in this. I received it. It's in the.
Oh,
it's in the StreamYard chat. It's not in the It's not
Sorry,
in the YouTube
I'm not
chat.
really.
No. Don't worry. That's actually preferable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually preferable. All right. So, but let's get on. Continue with this article, and then we'll get onto that video too.
Okay.
Because this is awesome.
Yeah.
I was just using my free speech.
You know, whatever his intent, I will tell you that there's a guy in Georgia who is issuing threats on my life about a month ago, and he's in jail today. He has been indicted with a crime, as he should have been, and he is in jail as we speak. So whatever James Comey intent, he and people like him need to be held to account according to the law, which is something that he claims to have given his life for and stands by the rule of law. Fantastic. The rule of law says people like him who issue direct threats against the President of the United States.
By the way, I really like Tulsi Gabbard, and if she
I
runs
do
for
too.
president,
She's amazing.
if she runs for president, even if it's against one of the Trumps, or I mean, her resume is fucking spectacular.
Oh no, I would be very happy if she became POTUS. I would be very proud, because you know, okay, I really want leftists to understand that I would love a female president, but you know, it doesn't mean that I want just any female president. They got to be qualified just as much of just like a male president, okay? No matter what color he is. Just want to make that clear.
Yes, and that's the thing about this, and they might say 45/47 is not qualified. Dude,
and just understand that if you voted for Brandon, that if you voted for JB, you voted for an old white male. Okay, just let that sink in, because I know that's their whole thing. Like, oh, old white man, you know, and it's like, well, you voted for an old white man when you voted for him. Just know it. All right, he might be a Democrat, but you voted for an old white man.
Dude, they had all colors of the fucking. All right, let's. We're gonna. I don't mind going on a little tangent or rant here, but you motherfuckers had the whole rainbow. You had Marianne Williamson. You had Pete Buttigieg, an LGBTQ candidate. And you had Tulsi Gabbard, you had Camel Toe Harris, you had there were women, men who were in the freaking rainbow community, and you still picked Jim Crow Joe. You still picked the old white dude who was the author of the 94 fucking crime bill.
Amen.
And you want to say that you fuckers are the virtuous one, dude? Let me tell you this, and I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not gonna lie here. If they seriously had Tulsi Gabbard versus Trump for the presidency as the final, that shit would have been a draw. And if it wasn't a draw, she would have fucking plunged him, because there would be no fucking baggage on her. There is nothing that he could say wrong about her. She served in the military. She's an honorable candidate. She's an honorable citizen. She had the least baggage. And plus she was of color, kind of Pacific Islander, and a female. So she was all guarded and coded in the victimhood, in all the victimhood stuff, even though she had, and they still went with the old white dude. Trump would have lost if Trump lost against Tulsi Gabbard. He would have lost fair and square, and nobody would have bitched. Nobody would have batted a fucking eye. If anything, everybody would have cheered.
When you're full of shit, you're full of shit.
Yep, that's the thing about I mean, I honestly think
And
it's
I
fitting.
admit I feel guilty because there was a time, this is, I don't know if she was starting to run or she was considering running, but there was something floating about around her possibly being part of the Illuminati. And I kind of bagged on her but that was with a belief of her being fake. But, I picked petty things to bag on her on, which I feel bad about. I'm just
Yeah,
gotta express that.
That's nothing. That's really
Okay.
nothing.
It's forgivable.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't like how she was a Democrat. Now she flipped.
Yeah, she did.
Anywho,
Essentially issuing a call to assassinate him must be held accountable under the law.
Do you believe Comey should be in jail?
I do.
Whoa!
Any other person with the position of influence that he has, people who take very seriously what a guy of his stature, his experience, and what the propaganda media has built him up to be.
Hey, it's John.
Oh,
Before you
he's-
skip this ad, did you see that a self-proclaimed MAGA war?
shut up. I don't give a shit.
I'm very concerned for the president's life. We've already seen assassination attempts. I'm very concerned.
Like, how many have there been already in the past 5 months? Wasn't it like
He's had like 5, I think, that we know of.
and freaking so that was like in the span of what,
And I
5,
told
6
this
months?
to my liberal friends, and they're like, "Oh, well, how many presidents have had assassination attempts on them, yet you never hear about it?" No, I've had people ask me that when I pointed this out to others. That's how tedious they are, or just in denial, or whatever, or
They don't-
gaslighting. Yeah,
That's what it is. Yeah, and that's
dismissive.
yeah, and it's like, well, okay.
And it pisses me off. It's like, really?
Okay,
Oh,
all
no,
right,
wait,
first of all,
if
all right.
this happened to fucking any other president, like be it Bush, Clinton,
Obama.
Biden, Obama, you would hear about it nonstop.
Oh my God! If it happened to Obama,
It would go
oh,
viral. And the
people would be
media, if
losing their
anything,
minds.
they downplayed it and made it seem like he made too big of a deal about it and too much of a hoopla about it. They dismissed him and gaslit him and even blamed him and insinuated that it was a setup.
Oh yeah, I've seen people saying, "Oh, it was staged." That was staged to make him look good. It's like, no.
Unbelievable.
Okay, sure.
Unprecedented.
So you're meaning to tell me he hired a hitman and he knew he was going to be up there, and he knew the exact time and the exact place where the sniper was going to be, and he knew the exact millisecond when to turn his head. Oh, well, it was a fake book. It's like, no. It was not fake blood. It was not a fucking fake bullet. It was shown that his ear was chipped off
Yeah.
a little bit. So that's
there's blood running down his face. It's like,
but
and
they're
someone
claiming-
died. Someone died. How can you just like downplay that?
because it's something that they actually, I saw tons of fucking crazy women, not to
I
sound
know.
not to sound misogynistic, losing their fucking shit that the person missed.
It's just
They were
it's
cheering
it.
for it. They got so pissed that the assassination attempt failed.
I know, I remember. That's sickening. It really is. It's like, what kind of person are you? But people are so brainwashed to believe that he's a second coming of that or something, that they're just completely out of their mind. And it's just insane. It's heartbreaking actually, but you try to enlighten them, and I found that it's just I have better luck talking to a wall, honestly. I really do. I think a wall, just talking to a wall, I could get through to a wall, but I can't get through to those guys. It's like they're just completely gone, and I don't know, maybe they are NPCs, whatever you want to call it. It's just
They are. I mean, like hence why I pimped out our what a
it's
game we
okay to have
play.
some healthy skepticism and question things, but it's like there's got to be some common sense eventually that kicks in a little bit.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the education system. We're not taught anymore to have critical thinking skills. We used to back in the 90s and 2000s, and even towards the mid/late 20 teens, when I was still going to college, that was still pushed, critical thinking. Now, no one has any fucking critical thinking skills. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. Like, how they want to say I'm educated. It's like, yeah, you're educated, but you are not smart. Educated.
There's a lot of college educated idiots. I hate to say it, but I mean, okay, it's still it's an accomplishment. I'll admit.
Well,
college is not
let me tell you this.
easy, but
let me tell you
don't
this
know.
right now. I'm sorry to say this, but whoever fucking says I'm educated, who gives a fuck? I can go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that one, and two, who gives a shit? I can take courses for free on Coursera. I can take courses for free through on lynda.com through like a library pass code. I don't need to pay $250,000 for a fucking master's degree. I can take college courses for free or maybe for $50 a month on Coursera from top-notch fucking, and still get a certificate of accomplishment of that class. I can go to college on a fucking budget and be educated. I can watch YouTube videos. I can watch other videos. I can read books. I can go to school. Hey, if I'm struggling with something, oh, guess what? Order the fucking book on Amazon for $30. Who gives a shit? It's easy. Knowledge is easy to access these days.
Yeah.
It's for free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm educated. Who gives a shit? YouTube. There's YouTube. You can look shit up for free. I don't need to go 20, 30, 2-3 years. I mean, well, I kind of do for certification. But if I'm struggling to fix my fucking sink, look it up on YouTube, and I can become like a basic ass plumber for no money.
Mm-hmm.
Just basic plumbing skills by looking that shit up on YouTube.
Yeah.
I can do basic calculus.
Some of us do need that hands-on guidance, though. I know I'm one of them, but
yeah,
but
me too.
Yeah.
But the thing is that there are even online classes where, or even when you go to these classes, they show you videos and they demonstrate for you. And I even remember back in the 90s and 80s when I was a kid, fucking, don't you remember when you had a when you had an issue, we would literally spend $60 on 2 tapes just to fix a fucking faucet. An instructional video to fix a faucet. Remember that?
Not really.
You don't remember getting like those instructional tapes if you need to fix something?
No.
Oh no, back then.
I believe you. I just don't recall that in my own life, but doesn't mean that it didn't exist.
Oh no. Back in the 80s and 90s, and even to a point 70s, like they had like construction and if you had trouble fixing something, they either had instructional books or they had instructional tapes to.
Oh yeah, books, yeah, and
and some of them were instructional tapes, so that way they had live. On cassette.
I don't recall that, to be honest. I'm not, maybe TV. Yeah, you could find stuff on TV.
Or that too.
Yeah,
or
I'm have like, we didn't have the internet and iPhones and all that stuff. Yeah.
So
or
Zoomers and Alpha,
for that matter. Only the wicked rich, but they had these fat ass cell phones, and it was like the only people who had that were the rich, and
yeah, these
they were like
the walkie-talkie pieces of shit cell phones.
I know, but that was state of the art back then. It's so funny.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Let's continue though.
For his life, and James Comey, in my view, should be.
What's that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Held accountable and put behind bars for this.
Director Gabbard, thank you so much.
So now, if you think that she's over the top and she's stretching and so she can find a way to make this worse than it.
By the way, she is one of the pioneers. I wouldn't say pioneers, but the key enforcers of Doge.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say.
That's great. I love Doge.
Yeah, me too.
It is like, oh, she's exaggerating. He's not inciting anything. Well, guess who?
Because let's not forget her background. She worked in the military. She knows what the government is about, and she works with Musk. She's very close to 47. She's close to the president, and the fact that what is she? Isn't she like the Department of Defense or something like that? Or what is she instructor of?
My God, I wish I know. I need to know. It's not Secretary of State, is it? Or
either Secretary of. Well,
no,
she was secretary.
I don't know. I don't remember them all, to be honest. I know she plays some. Yeah, I think it.
Department of
You're gonna have to look it, or
I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
All right. Oh, she's the Director of National Intelligence. So she's basically Comey's boss.
Yeah.
She's the FBI and the CIA's boss.
Good for her.
So, damn. And you bitches wanting female empowerment. There is no fucking more powerful fucking woman on this planet than Tulsi Gabbard, and she's getting fucked on hard.
Isn't that crazy?
She's
you would
getting
think that women would have her back and just be high-fiving her, and because she's the example and epitome of what they think is the ultimate accomplishment, especially for females, but
Oh,
not
she
getting her
served in the
flowers.
military. She
Mhm.
served in the Air Force. She's a sergeant, I
I mean,
think.
I can't say that about me. Not even
She's
close.
she's a fucking she's a fucking wife. She's a she's basically
mom.
she's a mom. It's like all these independent boss babes like this. Like, let me tell you, you fucking feminist white trash bitches. This should be the
With
feminist
blue
role
hair.
model. This should be Tulsi Gabbard should be the feminist role model. Holy shit! You want to talk about an empowered woman? This is an empowered woman, and she's
Oh,
fucking,
absolutely.
and she's conservative or like classic liberal at the very least. You know, but Jesus Christ, like, you want to talk about, you want to talk about one of the most perfect examples for like a strong, independent boss babe. Well, it ain't being a freaking streetwalker, you assholes. It's Gabbard, and you
Yeah.
fucking hate her. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
You know,
Yeah, they
any
contradict themselves. They really do. I don't
well,
even
if you
think they know where they stand, to be honest. They just stand. Well, the problem is they really don't think for themselves, because if they bothered to stop and actually think about what they're standing for, or if they really stand for something, I mean, to me, they just stand for whatever the establishment tells them to stand for, whatever it says, is good or noble or cool or trendy. I don't know, but
I think what's really hilarious is that these assholes want to say that 47 is a narcissist. It's like there's no bigger narcissist than these liberal women, in my opinion, because you're fucking chasing an algorithm instead of chasing a purpose or a cause.
mm-hmm.
I mean, freaking, if there's ever a female statue that ever gets posted up, Tulsi Gabbard's definitely one of the first nominees. In my opinion.
Yeah.
And go fuck yourself, Hillary Clinton. You don't deserve shit.
Oh, no, she's evil. She's pure evil. She really is. All the stuff ugh.
And she had
She's
the fucking audacity to call Gabbard a Russian ass.
No. Yeah, she's a salty see you next Tuesday. She really. No, she's worse than a see you next Tuesday. She's the lowest of the absolute low. She's worse than Diddy. If she's not as bad, I would actually say she's worse than Diddy. I really do. No, she is pure evil, and he's evil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we're not talking about fucking skin color, what's in between your legs, YouTube. It's all because of the fucking character. Jesus Christ.
No, yeah.
Guess who made the opposite? First of all, here she goes. James Comey just on a call to action to murder the president. As former FBI director and as someone who spent most of his career prosecuting mobsters and gangsters, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he must be held accountable under the full force of the law.
No one's above the law. No one's above the law. Remember that fucking shit, you pieces of dog shit? No one's above the law. All right. Well, no one is above the law. We're just basically saying, like, stick to your guns, you assholes. Yeah, stick by your fucking. If you parrot nobody is above the law, including the potato head. Including the potato head or the fucking grandpa in chief the fucking the fucking Roman Pope, the child sniffer in chief, fucking said no one is above the law. Stick to your guns, you assholes. Now no one is above the law.
And by the way, viral joke maker who joked about Hillary Clinton sentenced to 7 months in prison for election interference. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? And so if you think that's, oh, you're exaggerating, it's over the top, the guy who was going to tell you that it's not, and that people in powerful positions should watch their words carefully and watch what they're saying, James Comey. So this is a guy indicting himself. So this is the former James Comey telling you what the current James Comey is doing is horrible. Watch.
The FBI is fighting a fire of racist violence. And with words like that, the president is using a fire hose to spray gasoline on that fire. Spraying gasoline with a fire hose, it creates a dangerous blaze for all of us, not just people of color, but for every community in America that has these thugs and criminals have a presence there ought to worry about this. And the president of the United States should be charged with tamping it down, not letting it free.
Was that because Trump said Kung Flu? Is that what that was?
I don't remember what it was, but it sounds like it. But that's
That
him
was.
saying that people in powerful position can't just.
And shit is that?
Oh, you can go full force. I mean, like I go full Bill Burr when I go on my rants
No,
here,
but
girl.
that's how did he put that with what he posted? That makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, no. And this was a former FBI director. What the F? How did he even get that position? He is so unqualified. You would do a better job than him.
Oh, you put me in his fucking position. Well, first of all, I don't want to say, but I would go full. I would just basically, if I was the head of the FBI, let's just say this: I would basically call up 47 to just dismantle that whole fucking division. It's like, here's my resignation. Just get rid of this fucking organization. FBI is no longer recognized as a government organization. I mean,
or at least a reset or something. Yeah.
Oh no! Just totally dismantle. Because the thing is that this sounds counterproductive. But I believe in self-governance. I don't think. I do believe in some help with management and funding, but I predominantly believe that in self-governance, which means everyone should be smart enough to govern themselves with their mayors and be guarded and protected, and because in my opinion, the FBI and the CIA spying on their own citizens is, I fucking shit you not, is communist. That's a communist tactic. That's the government ratting out its own citizens. No, just the government needs to be, the FBI needs to be looking outwards to rat out if there's anybody who's like a double agent or someone who's infiltrating us to dismantle the country. No, they the FBI doesn't do its fucking job. I didn't believe it back then, but even they infiltrated. I'm willing to bet that the FBI they create all these tragedies, citizen tragedies, and all this confusion.
The Fed.
Yeah. The acid shit. Even though the Silent Generation made amazing music from acid rock and all that stuff. That shit was but acid was actually funded. I read up on this. It was even in my music history class. It was funded and founded, and even developed by an FBI agent, a former FBI agent. So acid was an FBI drug.
I believe it. I do.
And the FBI is also funding fentanyl. It's like how the fucking hell. And even the hippies back then, though they were taking the FBI drug, even they back then said Comey's a piece of shit, or at least they were saying Fauci was a scum fuck. They were saying end the FBI. The FBI, the government isn't your friend.
Yeah.
The CIA isn't your friend. Fuck the FBI. Fuck the CIA. We're a live and let live. Government, leave me the fuck be. But now, and 47. I'll just say his name because I have his name up there in the title. Trump is pretty much doing that. That's what Doge is about. It's about government, stay in your fucking lane. You're the surveillance camera to help protect the citizens. They voted you in. You're in debt to them. You work for them. They don't work for you. They're not your bitches. But god damn, man, these people are insane.
Yeah.
So there he is. And by the way, this isn't the first time this has happened. This is Big Fish tweets out Comey, not the first one to do this. Whitmer did it and faced severe backlash. He knew exactly what it implied. There it is, 86-45.
Why would you suddenly do that now?
Well, that's a good question. When Trump fired Comey, just remember this. I'm going to answer your question in a second.
Yeah.
Here.
It's very
Here. I don't. The craziest part about this whole Comey thing is the timing. This happened while Trump is securing peace deals in the Middle East and negotiating an end to the war in Ukraine.
My friends laughed at me for buying this, and now they ask me where I got this. So I almost made the dumbest.
Let me. All right.
This is not a coincidence.
I know we pause this, but let me ask you this: do you honestly think that this has anything to do with Doge and how he's basically cleaning house?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. I do, absolutely, without a question.
God.
Yeah, because our gravy train is it is plummeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, crashing down on them.
Jeez.
Yep.
But Trump
And their
but just
chrome
like
supply, and they're trafficking, all that stuff.
but just like some idiot that we know who I'm saying, he's just in on it. He's just like one of them. He's one of he's part of the club, and that's all.
That's why he's exposing all the corruption, right? Okay. And risking his life and everything that he has.
Oh no, that's for his ego. That's just for his
even
ego.
his life,
and
really, okay, that makes sense.
oh no, that's just publicity stunts to get him elected.
Yeah, right.
Anyone who fucking
Yeah, because the establishment
Uh,
really just they love him so much. Oh my God,
He's
like
one of
they
them.
really.
You think that the world is going to change? You think that it's going to change and he's going to do anything different than the others? It's like, if he
Well, so
didn't,
far, he's, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that are unhappy because, let's be honest. I mean, groceries are still high. Gas, hasn't really, it's not really that much cheaper, but,
no, but at
so
the same
I get that
time,
part.
but at the
But,
same time, he's fighting a significant fucking battle.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why haven't people prices dropped significantly? Look who the fuck it
He's just
he's
fighting an establishment, a deep state that's, has its roots dug pretty deep for, decades, possibly centuries. It's not going to be an overnight process.
Oh God,
Okay?
no.
They're doing a
God,
lot of
no.
cleanup right now.
No, I mean, people need to understand that there are layers. I mean, layers. The DS. We want to talk about. I understand that we want to talk about people like Soros and Gates and shit like that. But do you not know how much that even politicians are in cahoots with fucking mafia bosses and shit like that? People who want to say that the mafia is dismantled and it doesn't exist anymore, bullshit. The mafia is alive and well. They may not be the same ways as it was before, like back in the 40s and 60s, but the mafia is still active, man. No one's talking about the mafia.
Yeah.
Not want Trump to bring world peace, because when he does, not only are their money laundering operations shut down, but Trump will have the overwhelming approval of the American people. Trump will have near unlimited political ammunition. Trump will have the optics to do whatever he wants. Once Trump ends these conflicts, deep state actors like Comey are one step closer to being locked up, and Comey knows it. Flashback to the infamous first handshake between Trump and Comey in 2017. Comey has been running for his life ever since this moment. Comey knows this, and he's guilty of treason. He is guilty of treason for sure. But here, Mays tweets out, when Trump fired Comey, keep this in mind. When Trump fired Comey, John Kelly was so upset about it that he was going to quit. John Kelly, who's that guy who, well, I'll tell you who he is. Comey convinced Kelly to stay on. What happened next? Kelly was the guy who came up with that Trump said that soldiers were suckers and losers. That was a hoax. That didn't happen. But Kelly was the guy who came up.
How many people, I remember that. How many people chewed on that?
Yeah.
God.
Up with that. And then
Trump didn't say that.
Oh, what were you saying?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought
But your
I
own government
disagree.
treated you like that the entire time. If
yeah,
you ever
like
served in the military.
that's right. Like
That's what your government does think of you, just so you know. But Trump didn't say that.
And then he came up in 2024. Kelly was the same guy who said Trump loved Hitler. That was also a hoax.
Who was that guy again?
General Kelly, right?
Oh God, that's all the New World Order people.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
And then the who was the general that Milley or Milley?
Oh, that sack of God.
General
yeah.
Milley, who disobeyed Trump's order to pull the troops out of Syria and lied to and then he's the guy. Milley is the guy who committed treason by contacting China behind the president's back.
How can you be a fucking socialist, or let alone a fucking communist, when the fucking government doesn't even work for you. In order for socialism and communism to and have this kumbaya sort of thing, the government needs to work for the people. It does not work for the fucking people. It works to fucking kill the people on the behalf of foreign affairs.
Keep them enslaved. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand. Well, it's the government's responsibility to. Yeah, I've heard so many people say, "Well, if the government was transparent, if the government didn't do this," it's like, dude, fucking, you have to understand the government is never gonna have your fucking best interest.
Yeah.
It's like there have been hundreds, if not thousands of years of evidence of this. Why would there be fucking rebellions if the government was always had the citizens' interest?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Heck, Trump. Remember that?
The bankers are the real
And
heroes.
now he's got he gets millions and millions of dollars.
And by the way, who are the bankers and wants these fucking stocks to keep going? Yeah, fucking boomer Fox
Sitting on a board in Wall Street.
Boomers and the government are the reason why we can't have nice things, let alone and why I can understand if I had to pay $200 a month for a 10x10 studio, I don't mind that, but I can't even get that. No one can.
That's insane that it's become like that.
No, even renting a fucking room is like $2,000.
Oh yeah, I know. It's unreal.
That's just a bedroom that you're probably sharing with like two other people.
It'd have to be a pretty nice bedroom for it to be $2,000. But yeah, like I've seen it go, around 1,500 on average, or yeah.
Yeah, and you're not by yourself.
Great, yeah.
And you're not by yourself. You're renting that same fucking room with like two other mates.
I know, it's insane.
It's like,
yeah, there's people my age. I remember when Trump won this last election, and Joy Reid was talking about, she was saying, oh, it was largely Gen X that voted for, that were the biggest Trump voters, and
then statistically that was true, and good
but she was saying, Gen X had it better than everyone else, and they had it so great, and it's like, really?
Really?
He's Gen X too, but I'm like,
really?
How the average Gen X actually lives? I mean, let alone people that are younger than us.
No, they were like I said, they were either the post boomer or they're the proto millennial. Mm-hmm. A lot of Gen Xers were the proto millennial because the biggest fucking economic crash, and I'm not saying that
well, one person in a comment section said it so well. I don't think I could say it as good as he did, but he said it's kind of like Gen X arrived at the party, but most of the food was already eaten, and the beer and the wine, all the drinks were mostly drunk, and there wasn't hardly anything left. And that's a good way to put it.
You just got the leftovers. You got the scraps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got the scraps of what was left. Oh, yay. A fucking half-eaten pizza slice. Yay for me.
I mean, there's a few Xers that did great. Don't get me wrong. Some of them did very, very well, but they're all in tech. They're all in
The
And they
exception
got
does not
in at
make
the
the
prime
rule.
time. You know,
Yeah.
they're all at Google and stuff, you know, but the average Xer, at least in the Bay Area where I live, I mean, you know, unless both people are making over 100K a year, like meaning a married couple, I mean, most of them I know are still renting rooms and sharing housing with, you know, they're still living like college kids, you know, and
Oh,
they work, they have jobs, they have, you know, some of them have multiple jobs. You know, it's not like they're lazy and sitting on their butt, you know, they're
no, but that's what boomers really blame the younger generation, even
get the
Zoomers,
F out of
millennials.
here. Yeah.
It's like, well, just
Oh.
pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Oh my God. Do you know what? I think there's a video that I can actually play.
I mean,
That's
my
exactly.
brother did well, but you know, he had connections and you know, he's very smart too, you know, but even he's doing better than the norm, but you know, he struggles too in his own way because even if you have a house here, you know, you're house poor basically, you know, because your bills are so high and you could just barely pay it and you don't really have much
Well, it's
money
all
to
those
have fun and
taxes.
live on. Yeah.
It's all these fucking taxes, and this is exactly why a lot of people are losing their shit and why Doge is coming around, because it's to get rid of these fucking bullshit taxes. It's like California is one of the most taxed states ever. It has and its education system is on the lower half.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, right.
He gets hired to give speeches to Wall Street for millions of dollars, where he tells bankers that they're the real heroes, not the soldiers, but they're the real heroes. The bankers are, because they're paying him millions and millions of dollars. Okay.
So if I turned off Ada tomorrow, I would need to double my support teams.
By the way, this is why I never fucking trust anything that a goddamn person in the who says this shit on public television says, and this is what these fucking lefties who think that they're smarter than you. Haven't you seen what the TV says? Yeah, because I have heard it, and it's bullshit. Because you need to understand that these are fucking lobbied. These are lobbied studies. It's always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
These, you could.
Let me look up this for a second. Yeah, John Francis Kelly is an American former political advisor and retired U.S. Marine Corps general who was the White House chief of staff. Yeah, that's him.
I see a picture of him.
So just keep that in mind. And so here, and if you think that Comey doesn't know what he's saying, well, let's look here. Is that Ducey? Is that what's
bullshit? He knows exactly
let's watch what he's saying.
It's a very serious topic.
He knows exactly what he's saying. Anyone who fucking thinks that this is like, oh no, he's fucking around. No, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
That James Comey wants us to believe, and we have this photo here, that he saw a cool, these are his words, cool shell formation on my beach walk. And the cool shell formation, according to the person who used to be in charge of the FBI, shows shells in the shape of 8647. 86 is common restaurant lingo, of course, for denying service to somebody. But after about 30 seconds of Googling, you can see that a good chunk of people all around the world also associate 86 with meaning to kill somebody. An old mob saying, basically, take somebody 8 miles outside of town and then.
By the way, I don't think I said this earlier, but I don't think. But just in case if I didn't, 86 is also I heard this from Kitchen Nightmares. Ramsey would say this a lot. Like how to 86 a certain dish if it was spoiled. So basically, it means get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
and you put him 6 feet in the ground. James Comey.
So that's where 86 comes from. Take him 8 miles out of town, put him 6 feet under. 86.
This term first, and then the restaurants used it.
I think so.
That's a
Not
plus that's-
surprised though. I mean, Comey's an idiot, and he's evil, no doubt. But he, I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not surprised, to be honest. It doesn't really shock me. It should, but it doesn't.
I'm gonna actually do a card reading because I need to see. We need to see if this has anything to do with Doge. And do you know what?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm not.
pretty sure.
I mean, like, people want to say.
Over.
Well, here's the thing. People are saying there's a great reset. There's a great reset. You want to know what's crazy is that I honestly think that this is the true great reset. Or if it's not a reset, it's the great cleansing, because he is cleaning house. He's getting rid of them, and they're bitching, saying we need to get rid of him. So does this 8647 have anything to do with this, with Doge and him cleaning up the government, basically? Because isn't that what he's been doing?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Oh, the Emperor.
Ooh, that's the Trump card.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it is for you, but whenever I get that, when I ask about him,
The Lovers.
Partnership.
Yep, partnership. There's a big teaming. 3 of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
And Knight of Swords. Interesting. King of Swords. Yeah, there's a it starts off with a, and then so how many do I have? 5. I'll do Page of Wands. And then
kids or that's the young people. Yeah.
Yeah, and 7 of Pentacles. So there are tons of collaborations to basically get I don't know. What do you think of this set? So it's the Emperor, the Lovers, 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords, King of Swords.
3 of Wands is planning. It's plotting.
Okay. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles.
Well, when you got the Knight of Swords too.
Yeah,
that's military.
Knight and King. The Knight and the King of Swords.
Oh wow, yeah. Those are King of Swords is no joke. He gets the job done. He's very he's very shrewd. He is very calculating, intelligent. He doesn't budge. He doesn't back down easily, and he's very strategic.
So would you say that this is yes, this is true. He is. This is why they want they want him out, is because he's cleaning house.
Yes, and he's taken away a lot of their supplies from to one of their drugs. Their that
it starts with an A and ends with chrome. So
yeah, that and their money supply.
Mm-hmm. Which is Yeah, we do know.
Putting it to an end, which it should. Oh God, I just.
Which is.
God, it makes me sick.
Yeah. He's getting rid of the Lolitas.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
That book by Nabokov.
Yep.
Getting rid of.
Mm-hmm.
And that bastard had the audacity to reference that.
Oh yeah, Gordon. No.
Yeah.
We'll just call him Gordon.
Sting. Sting.
You know, I wanted to believe he wasn't a part of that, and you know, I have no idea. Like, I know Kristen, when she was with Wonder Twins, actually pulled cards on Sting and said that he's good and he's not part of that club. And I hope she.
That's kind of debatable. You could. I mean,
like
I'm not.
I would.
I'm not going to.
But you know, he hasn't really. I'll put it this way: he hasn't really done anything to prove me otherwise. I'll just say that much. I'm not saying he is, but he hasn't done anything to prove otherwise, to be honest. I would love to believe her, though. I really would. I really absolutely would, but
you know, yeah.
My history, I mean, I'm not saying, I can't definitively say it was him, you know, but allegedly, as you know, he or someone claiming to be him has been moonlighting online. I'll put it that way. And no, I haven't met him. I haven't interacted with him personally, but
there are some certain patterns that raise an eyebrow. Let's just say.
Kind of. I have some experience, and I tried to blow the whistle only to be shamed. I'll put it that way. So not by him directly, but by fan.
Of course, that's
and nobody acknowledges it really. And I've had, you know, alias accounts contact me, you know, with a barrage of insults and just harassing me, and they never disclosed who they were, and they never disclosed who it was regarding. So that kind of makes.
And this is all on Instagram, I'm guessing, or
yeah.
And I kind of remember you showing me that there's some people
that she actually sent you, or not. Well, we don't know if it's the same one, but the one from the blue check actually did send you a message request.
Oh yeah.
And then
I was glitched out of my account for like 2-3 days.
Yeah. So that was weird. What was that about? Because you're nobody to her. Obviously, you're an important
person. Or am I?
But you know what I mean? Like, why would she care? Why would she care to go to that length? And yes, you did say something that got under her skin, but that's still a little weird.
Not
but
for
who
someone
knows? I don't know.
Not for someone who has an ego like that, who doesn't like to be challenged.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very strange. I mean, I guess there's just a lot of smoke and mirrors and a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to that.
But there are some implications, because I do vaguely remember seeing that there have been some women who basically went through experiences akin to yours, and they can confirm that that's not out of the realm of possibility of what you went through. Let's just say.
Yeah.
The restaurant say it. I bet it was Mafia first.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, a guy who has prosecuted mobsters apparently had no idea that this was a thing. He deleted the original post with the cool shell formation, and he writes, I posted a picture earlier of some shells I saw today on a beach walk, which I assumed were a political message. I didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence. It never occurred to me, but I oppose violence of any kind, and I took the post down.
Yeah.
that's not enough for Donald Trump Jr. He says, just James Comey casually calling for my dad to be murdered. This is who the Dem media worships. Demented. And Kash Patel, as we were coming to air, the new FBI director, one of Comey's successors, is saying that he is in touch with the Secret Service, and they are going to be sending Secret Service agents to talk to.
So they're investigating Comey over this. I would love to see Comey get put in jail.
Why aren't they investigating
Me
him over
too.
the other things
Right.
that, such as him cover?
The instant relief for snorers.
Oh,
in
that's
2025.
going to happen by
Hey, stop
proxy.
using stupid nose things for snoring.
That shit's going to
His
happen by
scumbag
proxy.
daughter covering up the Diddy thing like she did the Epstein thing.
What-
That's right. Kash Patel's in on it.
So
That's right. Pat Bondi.
why aren't they investigating him for his participation in lying to the FISA court? His participation to get a tap on Trump's phone.
They're all in on it.
Him lying about Russiagate, his participation in all that stuff to frame the president as a treasonous president. Why? Where? I mean, and I'm sure there's a million. How about the Fedsurrection, January 6th? Oh, he wasn't the FBI guy then. I'm sure if you just pull up the rug and you're going to see him find a million crimes that James Comey has committed, nonstop.
Well, it'll implicate a lot of other people. Because don't forget Robert
That's
Mueller.
right. That's right.
And I couldn't believe when I saw this, but the biggest CP bust ever in California history was Isaac Asimov, the author. His son ran a network of CP.
What's CP?
I don't.
Kid photography, let's just say that. Or kid minor, I don't want to say it, but minor
I know what you're saying.
minor street walking. That's what it is.
I'm not supposed to say it on YouTube, but child.
Okay, child videos. Got you.
And which is a fun fact about Isaac Asimov's kid. He was a prolific. He filmed it. It was the biggest ever found in the country. Okay, so he was supposed to get. He got arrested, and then they're supposed to do an investigation into this network, and they didn't give him bad charges.
By the way, how and this is why I honestly believe why. Call me insane, but how to a degree even the modern LGBTQ is a government psyop themselves, because they themselves are saying that doing that to minors is okay.
Well, I don't think it's everybody. I mean, there's a lot of gay people that are against that shit. I mean,
well, I understand that, but those are people who are sticking to their guns and saying, no, this is strictly for this is strictly.
They did infiltrate though, like, because I know gay people and they're very decent people, very normal.
Oh yeah, I know gay and bi people,
classy people. Like that kind of shit makes them sick. Like absolutely they're absolutely disgusted by it, and they hate that they're infiltrating their community, and trying to be one of them, because a lot of them are dead set against that.
Oh yeah, but no, I mean, I honestly do believe that those groups of people are trying to make themselves a protected class, and
oh yeah,
good on the even the trans community. Even good on the trans community to tell that community to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. I don't care what you do as long as you're an adult and you're a consenting adult and you're with consenting adults. What you do is your business, and as long as you're a classy human being, as long as you're kind, you're classy, you're decent, like, I don't give a shit, Most
now
of us don't care, honestly. We have our own shit to worry about. Like, why am I going to lose my shit over your lifestyle. I mean, come on. You know,
Yeah.
this is not 1900 anymore, you know.
No, but I gotta
Like,
say, this is why I bag on the boomers, because they do think it's 1935 all over again.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just who their parents were.
Yeah.
Because supposedly the feds were going to come in with a worst charge. So that's why the state wasn't prosecuting it. And the AG, whose name was Robert Mueller, did not do anything. And the next thing you know, he's head of the FBI. His very next job was head of the FBI after that. I mean, I'm not saying they're connected, but like.
Hey, have you ever tried?
Wow. Stupid motherfuckers. Now, we're going to go on to something entirely different. This is something that you sent me, gorgeous. And we're going to be covering this here. So everyone who's watching, comment section or live stream, even though you're not watching, I don't care. Go. Whether or not
we welcome you.
We welcome you.
We're grateful for views. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for
We
dropping
know
in.
there's lots you could choose from. So if you're giving us some time, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. Let's just say that I just go a little too more Bill Burr-esque, or I go a little too more comedy and just straight to it, and just it's just a little bit more conspiratorial, but also fun at the same time. Really raw, and I think that's what what YouTube needs. We need just people who are very raw.
Mm-hmm.
But let's listen to this.
Yeah.
Before our eyes. This morning, President Donald J. Trump posted a photo from the Oval Office. He and Barack Obama sitting side by side. Above them, all roads lead to Obama. Below, read truth if you want public military tribunals. This isn't a meme. This isn't trolling. It's a signal. To understand it, we need to go back. First to the 8647 post from James Comey. A cryptic message. A number, 8647.
We just covered this.
Mob code for eliminate Trump. But also exactly 8,647 days after 9/11. Was that a message or a threat to the president and to us, the country? Is he saying we did it once, we can do it again? Then Trump responds, not with panic, but with purpose. At 8:37 a.m. yesterday, the president posted a chilling video. The video Hillary Clinton does not want you to see. A documentary-style expose. Names, faces, bodies, a long trail of death, silence and suspicion. And now this. This isn't politics as usual. This is Game of Thrones, played out in real life.
Yes.
And the throne at stake, global power. Trump is separating from Netanyahu. He's cutting the strings, forging peace with Arab states without the war machine's blessing. Because Trump stands for something the globalists fear. Peace without their permission. Watch closely, because this isn't just a political battle. It's the final chapter of an empire built on lies, and the first spark of a new world rising. My friends, we are all anonymous, and the game only ends when the truth is no longer feared.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I love deepfake quotes. They're great. Oh yeah, why don't you? I'm curious. I've been meaning to pull cards to see if they are part of the White Hat Op or CIA or something. Like if they're in a faction or military. Do it.
Three of Swords for some weird reason. So that's normally the heartbreak card. The Empress.
Here, sit up.
Oh, hold
You got
on.
Japanese hibachi chicken.
Oh my
and
goodness.
veggies. Here.
Oh wow. Thank
Ah.
you. Okay. Oh wow. Whoa, thank you. Oh my
Here.
god. What a treat.
All right, follow your next.
Oh, he's awesome. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna make. No, don't worry. It's cute. No, that was adorable.
Yeah, he's awesome.
6 of Pentacles. I'll draw a 5. 5 of Pentacles.
Huh.
2 of Pentacles. And the Lovers. So look at also the design of the Empress in this card. It's almost like she's impregnated and starting to give birth to something.
Mm-hmm.
So there is something new coming in. So this could be the end of this is going to end up breaking a lot of hearts and ending a lot of and this is going to be a very I would say, yeah, it's gonna, a lot of people, those sorts of people are going to go through a lot of turmoil. Oh, and look at the way corner. That's the star. You're up in the sky. That's like the solo star of like like the Christian. I wouldn't say the Star of David, but when the 3 kings followed the star.
Oh. Yeah,
Huh.
the Star of Bethlehem.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so
Or North Star.
yeah, the North Star.
Mhm.
I've got to say that well, what do you get out of this? 3 of Swords, the Empress, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the Lovers.
Well, there's definitely a partnership there, and yeah, they're delivering news, and I'm not sure what it means, like as far as 3 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles, he said.
Yeah, there's a 3 of
So 5 of Pentacles usually means like a loss. It could be that they're reporting on their demise, it's kind of like their gig is up, like it's more about them.
Yeah. And normally 2 of Pentacles is shuffling between a couple of things.
Mhm.
So I think they're shuffling between what's true and what isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. And then the Lovers is truth.
Or yeah, partnership.
Partnership, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever it is, it's nothing's exactly
Yeah, they do a really good job.
yeah. But it is in the works.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great things are in the works here. Oh man. But oh. I don't think wow. Well, what do you think about this show, Celeste?
Pretty good so far. So far, so good. I'm gonna probably log off though. But I appreciate.
I was wondering if we should call it a night.
Yeah.
I know it's been
Yeah,
over an hour
I
and
think
a half. We covered quite a bit, and but I do think next episode, I'm gonna throw a teaser here. It is going to be almost like a revision, not a revision, but a revisit to one of our previous episodes, which was how 47, how Trump is being like how it's the reason why he wants to be the next pope is because of all the dough and the money in the Vatican, and also possibly the next Ramses kind of stuff. This is so. I mean,
Yeah, to explore that more and see what kind of rabbit hole you can go down with that. That sounds good.
yeah. Well, it
so
might be next. It might be next episode, but if not, it will definitely be a future one.
For sure. Well, take care. Have a great
Take care. Wonderful night, everybody. You have a good one. And
For sure.
we're signing off.